We are Vane. We are a daughter company of the Vane group. We do a lot of consultancy in CFD, we do naval architecture, but we also developed our own energy saving device, which was invented by Piet van Ossanen, our founder. And basically it's a hydrofoil. It looks like a hydrofoil, but we use it completely different than hydrofoils are used on hydrofoil vessels. They lift the vessel out of the water, and we do a different thing with it on different kinds of ships. I can explain quickly how it works if you want. We develop from the upward flow, we develop a forward thrust force, and we influence the wave profile. That's why many people call it the bulbous bow of the stern, because we do a similar thing at the stern as a bulb does at the bow. And then we also improve the seakeeping. We reduce the pitching and the yawing of the vessel. And that has both a comfort influence and an efficiency influence because we reduce the added resistance. It doesn't work on all ships. We need basically ships that are relatively heavy and relatively fast. So we look at the speed to length ratio, and that means ships, for example, like ferries or naval ships, coast guard vessels, super yachts. We recently get a lot of inquiries from expedition cruise vessels because they are looking both for efficiency and improved seakeeping because they are shorter than the big cruise vessels and they sail in rougher weather. And that's what we do. We've installed it now on 3 vessels. Collectively they have 22 years of experience with 0 defects. But we are building 4 more. We sold this year we sold 6, and it's really picking up. It's a marine innovation that is really evolved thanks to CFD actually. The power of calculating by computer the effect that helped us develop it into a commercial product. There is one big thing that we will launch here at the show, which my colleague Niels Moerke will talk about, which is a web service for CFD computation. For the hull vane, the biggest development is the amount of influence. Through research we found out the influence on the seakeeping. In the beginning we thought it was purely an energy saving device. Now we say for some people actually it's more of a seakeeping device without a drag penalty than an energy saving device, particularly for naval ships that want to do helicopter operations on the aft deck, or super yachts that want comfort on board, and also cruise vessels that want passengers that are not too seasick. We are building 2 for super yachts. We are building 1 for a patrol vessel, and that's actually a very nice example. That is a shipyard who won a public tender purely based on life cycle cost analysis and low wave making. They wanted a very low stern wave. And we have 1 for an offshore vessel that is currently on hold, but will probably be built next year. Apart from the hull vane, we do quite a lot of other things. One is hull optimization through CFD. For example, bulb optimizations, but also complete hull optimization. We do a lot of CFD consultancy to make ships better, both in the design stage and existing ships. You can often improve through hydrodynamics. We are of the opinion that the easiest way to green propulsion is actually less propulsion. Saving energy is a lot easier than generating energy in a clean way. We compared the influence of the hull vane with other things that you can do to reduce CO2 emissions. And this is by far the most cost-effective way to reduce CO2 emissions. It's more cost effective than changing your lighting to LED lighting, than to put double glazing in your house or insulating the attic, because the payback period is really short and the energy consumption of fast displacement ships is really high. So if you can save 5, 10, or in some cases we even save 15 to 20%, you have an enormous return in both savings on money but also on CO2 emissions. We participate at the SMM because it's a good it's in our opinion, the best place to present our innovations, to talk with a lot of new people, also with the people that we work with, and we're having an excellent show.